Hi, this is David Minns from G4 Guitar School in Lake Forest with another video lesson, and in today's lesson we're going to be taking a look at the song Stand By Me by Benny King. So first let's go through it with the chords, and then as a second add-on to the video we're going to be taking a look at a riff which we can play, which originally was a bass part on the track. Okay, but the riff is good to go with the chords, so if you have a second guitar player, one can play the chords, one can play the riff. We'll learn both in this video, but first we're going to go through the chords. Let me play it for you and then we'll break it down. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that chord sequence just repeats and repeats, and we'll cover both the verse and the chorus. So as you probably saw, we want 4 chords. We want a G chord, we need an E minor chord, we need a C chord, and we need a D chord. So you need to be reasonably comfortable in your chord progression to move between those 4 chords. And again, the order is G, E minor, C, into D, and back to G again. Okay, so if you're comfortable with that, let's move forward. So the rhythm for this song, from a rhythm guitar point of view, is the same all the way through, and it has this tempo of 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Okay, so we're going to use that rhythm to play the chords. So what I mean by that, let's take our G chord, and we're going to play 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. All with downstrokes. Both those strumming patterns are with downstrokes. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. So let's go through that slowly again. Okay. And I would suggest you start by playing the G chord and just rehearse this rhythm pattern until it feels almost natural to you. Okay. So let's take a look at it again. So the rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So with our G chord, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Okay? And that rhythm is going to follow us through every chord change. So what we're going to have is we have 2 bars on the G chord, 2 bars on the E minor chord, 1 bar on C, 1 bar on D, and back to 2 bars on the G chord. And then we start again with the G chord. So the G chord starts the phrase and finishes the phrase. So if you can look at it, we got 2 bars in the front of G and 2 bars at the end. Okay, and then we start again with another 2 bars of G, which we can't forget. So let's go slowly through it. So let's take our G chord, and we're going to strum 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, and 3, E minor, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, and 3. Over to C. 1, 2, and 3. Over to D. 1, 2, and 3. Back to G. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And that is the song. So very slowly work this together, work the chord changes, and then slowly work it up to speed. 1, 2, and 3, 4. That sort of tempo. Okay. Hope this helps. Tune in for the next part of this video where we'll take a little look at the riff part that goes with it, and then right at the end I'll do another version of this with a slightly more advanced version of playing the rhythm. Okay, have fun, and as always, feel free to drop me an email or talk more in our lessons. Thanks so much. So let's take a look at this little riff that goes along with Stand By Me that was originally played by the bass player. So the best thing to do with this is to print out the chart, get a copy of the chart which has the notation for this, and follow along. So we're going to break this down a bar at a time, and these notes we're going to play will accompany the G chord, the E minor, and the C and the D back into the G. So our first bar, okay, is played on the open G string. 1, 2, and 3. Then we play the open D string and come up to the F sharp. So the timing would be 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So that's bar number 1. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. And pause this video any time to practice, okay? 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Moving into the second bar, we go back to the G string, open G string, and we play 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So the motif is still the same, but the last two notes are slightly different. So we have an open G string, G, G, then we play the open G string again, and we come back to our 4th fret on the 4th string. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So that gets bar number 2 done. So we put those two together, we have bar 1 and 2. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 4 and. Okay. So we put those two together and we have bar 1 and 2, which sound like 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Moving on to bar number 3, we come down to the 2nd fret on the 4th string for a note of E, and the 3rd bar would sound like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So it's E, E, open string for D. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay. Again, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So adding that to bars 1, 2 and 3, we then have 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Moving on to bar 4, we come back to the 2nd fret on the 4th string for the note of E, and we play 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay? 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay? So what we have there is the note of E, 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 open string for D. E, 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 D. Okay? Again, slowly. E, 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 D. So putting that together with the first 3 bars, we get 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and that gets us to the end of the G and the E minor section. So moving on, the riff that goes along with the C part, the C chord, starts on the C note, a 3rd fret on the 5th string. And the 5th bar would sound like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. And by now you can kind of hear the repetition of this motif coming along. So what we have there is we have the C note here, C, 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 2nd fret on the 4th string for E. That's the 4 and. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Again slowly. C, 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 E. Okay, then we come back for a note of D in the 6th bar, open D string. D, 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 F sharp. So bar number 1, 2, 5, 6 looks like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So we put bar 5 and 6 together. Okay, we end up with C, 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 E, D, 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 F sharp. Again, let me do that slowly for you. C, 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 E, D, 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 F sharp, into bar number 7 on the home stretch. We come back to our G note. Okay, playing in, I think that's very similar to the very first bar we played. G, G, D, F sharp. So open G string to G, G, open D string to the F sharp. And we play that bar 2 times. Okay, so bars 7 and 8 are the same. G, G, D, F sharp, back to G, G, D, F sharp, and that takes us back to the beginning again where the whole thing loops around. Okay, so one more time through. Let's take it from the top. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. That's it. So again, this is a little bit of work, but again, there's a lot of stuff we can learn from this that we can use in other songs, so definitely worth taking the effort to learn this. And then in the classes, what we can do is we'll work on playing the rhythm part with the chords, then we'll work on with playing this little riff underneath it, and we'll alternate back and forwards, and you can see how parts for songs are put together. Okay? Any questions? Email me, or we can talk more on lessons. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. So let's take a look at a slightly more advanced way of playing the rhythm for Stand By Me. So we know from part 1 that our rhythm pattern is 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay? And hopefully by now you're getting more comfortable with that. But what you can hear in this pattern is that the chords continue to ring all the way through the bar. So what I'm going to show you is how to mute or how to silence the chord to give it a little bit of more space between the rhythm parts. Okay, a lot of words there. Let me play it for you and you'll see what I mean. So check this out. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. If I go slow, 1, 2 and 3, 4. And what I'm doing is in between the strums, I'm muting all 6 strings with the side of my strumming hand here. Just place them across all the 6 strings of the guitar to stop the chord ringing. So a good place to start with this technique is to just take our G chord and practice strumming the chord one time, and in one movement rest the side of the hand, the side of your strumming hand, on the strings so that all 6 strings become muted. Okay, that's the first place to start. Then what we're going to do is we'll take this into the strumming pattern and we'll have 1, 2 and 3, 4. So the mute excuse me, the mute goes on beat 2 and beat 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. And once you have that down, you'll simply repeat that 1, 2 and 3, 4 for all the other chords. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay? So take it slow. This takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get it, it's a really cool rhythmic technique. It allows a song to open up. If you're playing with in a band or someone, you've got someone singing with you, give some space for the vocals to come through, and also give some space for the other musicians to play as well. Any questions? Please let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.